Welcome back to Business, and you're still watching JoyNews Prime. Finance ministers and central bank governors in West Africa have begun another round of meeting in Sierra Leone over a possible introduction of the single currency, the ECO. George Wafe has more on the gathering.
The ministers and the central bank governors will in the next 2 days, that is from this morning to Friday, be deliberating on several issues. Key among them is the region's preparedness for the introduction of the single common currency, that is the ECO. We understand that the larger economies in the English-speaking bloc, that is Ghana and Nigeria, may raise issues on the difficulty in going ahead and issue the currency this year as planned. There will also be formally raising concerns over the decision by the French-speaking countries in the West African region to go ahead and change the CFA franc to the ECO without the blessings of the whole ECOWAS region. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, at a recent engagement with journalists, noted that going ahead to introduce the ECO this year might be difficult. This is due to the fact that several structures that should be in place before the issuance of the common currency are yet to be established. But in all these, the political leaders, or let's say the respective presidents in the West African countries, may have the final say on the introduction of the ECO. This is because there will be an ECOWAS heads of state meeting after the gathering by the finance ministers and central bank governors meeting. But will they ignore all these economic issues and go ahead with the issuance of the currency? One can talk about the current fight over which country should have the right to host the central bank for the ECOWAS region, that is Ghana or Nigeria. Again, which country is going to use its international reserves to back the ECO? And what about the convergence criteria? Should all member countries in the English-speaking bloc meet all these targets before the currency is issued? There may be one may say that the 2020 deadline could elude us, bringing the number of times that the currency issuance have been postponed to more than 6 times since the year 2000.
That was George Wafe's report. Now, the regulator of the pensions industry says it has taken action against a number of firms for flouting the pension laws. Chief Executive of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, the NPRA, Hayford Atakrufi, told Joy Business defaulting companies have been processed for prosecution. This comes at a time when the NPRA is marking 10 years of existence and is looking for ways to ensure retirement income security for pension contributors.
Currently, we have about 23 companies that we have processed ready for prosecution because our inspection reports have indicated that they are either not contributing to their employees' pensions at all, or they deduct from their employees, but they don't remit. And then those who don't do at all. So we are in the process of bringing them for prosecution. It's a big issue, you know, that we have to, and also sometimes it is also lack of education, because for many of them, when you go for inspection, or let's say you get a whistleblower or a tip-off and you go out there, they will feign and lack of knowledge of the law. But of course, that is not an excuse. But most of the time, if they are able to make good what they haven't done, plus a 3% penalty that the law imposes on that, we go that way, because there's no point, putting somebody in prison whereas the person's pension contribution has not been paid. So we go for the money first, and if there is any penalty that we have to impose, we do that.
So catch the full interview on the business edition of PM Express on the JoyNews channel tonight at 9 p.m. Also on channel 421 on DSTV. In other news tonight, the Chinese embassy in Ghana is cautioning the public against rumors and unofficial information on the novel coronavirus. So far, out of about 1 million foreigners living in China, as of February 10, 27 foreign citizens have been diagnosed with the virus, out of which 7 recovered and discharged. Meanwhile, 2 foreigners have died, while 18 cases are currently under treatment in isolation. Although the Chinese government says the situation is under control, spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Ghana, Dr. Zhou Yinghan, says fake information is creating panic.
I think during this tough time, the only thing to fear is fear itself. So recently, some conspiracy theorists have jumped on the issue and to sow even more panic and unreasonable reactions. Some of my Ghanaian friends recently sent me some WhatsApp message or even call me to let me to verify some messages. So like the situation there, if it is whether it is under control or not, and some rumors, of course. So, but I want to see that since the outbreak of the epidemic, the Chinese government attached great importance to the control, and a central leading group of our government for the outbreak response has been set up, and a comprehensive and multi-tiered prevention and control system has been put in place, focusing on the Hubei province and the Wuhan city's epicenter, of course. So we are making good efforts in various fields in a transparent and a scientific and orderly way. So just as the Director General of the WHO, Dr. Tedros, said, China's measures are not only protecting its people, but also protecting the people in the whole world. So under the current circumstances, it is important to keep calm and rational, not to overreact. So I think there is a good reason for us to have confidence in the ability of the Chinese government to control the situation and win the battle to the epidemic.
Time now to hit the commodity market, and crude oil sold today at $56.39 a barrel after a 60-cent gain. Precious mineral gold traded for $1,576.40 an ounce. More trading activities coming up next in Commodity News. So celebrating 25 years of joy and media excellence, we say thank you so much for making the multimedia group your #1 choice. Keep watching Joy News, and please log on to our website myjoyonline.com/business for more business news. My name is Sandra S. Namafin. Thanks so much for watching.